guess what? We have a new toy. What you are now watching me through is the new GoPro Hero 9, my Hero 7, as a dedicated action camera, I guess, and the 9 is going to be a vlog camera. I had some pretty interesting conversations with people about like drones and stuff and where to invest my money, and I took your advice. And you said, look, put your money maybe into another action camera so that you've got like another like way of filming things. You know, whether this be on the back of a car and this be on my chest or whatever it may be. It gives me more dimensions. I'll spend more time riding with these than I will like fiddling around setting up a drone shot and whatnot. Plus, the money I saved, I will spend to go and do more climbs and travel and yeah, put towards like something a bit more spectacular. I'm gonna go and do some super cool 1 minute and 3 or 5 minute max efforts. Wish me luck. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, let me know what you think of the onboard footage, because this is my first time vlogging on this camera. So I've just turned onto the road and planning to do my max 1 minute effort on, and it's different to the one I've used the last couple of months. It's a very gradual main road. It's not even really a climb, although it's a climb here. It starts off on the flat, so my idea is that this should be a perfect stretch of road, because by doing the first kind of 30 seconds on the flat, the last 30 seconds will be done on, well, what will be like this drag. So in theory, when I'm starting to die off at the end and getting a bit kind of sloppy on the bike, I'll still be able to hold on to some kind of wattage. So I don't know, it might work, it might not, we'll see how it goes. Do you know, something I witness a lot of with the high performers in this sport is like they're very good at like framing their efforts or their sessions, their training, their successes, their failures. They're very good at it, and they never really associate, like say this effort might be a lower wattage. They associate that with like learning something rather than actual like, oh, my power was down and you know my fitness must be in a bad place. You know, they're very laid back about it. They're very focused but very laid back on the whole. Oh, that was shocking. That was rough. I feel like I'm good for like 20 seconds and then I'm just like, oh no, oh no. I don't really do these for any other purpose than to just test myself. If you were the type of person who does lots of group rides or Zwift races, you probably wouldn't need to do stuff like this for the most part, because you'd get a lot of 1, 3 and 5 minute max efforts in. Okay, they might not be max because they might be in a race, but let's be honest, they won't be far off, you know what I'm saying? So this next effort, which is going to be on the climb I used for the 4-hour Everesting on the weekend, so it should be a better effort than the one I did a month ago. I don't know what I'm even basing that off of, like basing it off the fact that I feel good, but in typical like cycling or high performance fashion, you never know. And I'm going to enjoy the views at the top while I just sit on the floor and contemplate stuff. 3 minutes done. I don't know what my power was. It really died off in the last like 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Oh, above 460 for the vast majority of it. But I reckon that was like way more than I did a month ago. A month ago I think I did like 4.5. I think that might be something like 460. And I know that's only like 15 watts, but you take every watt you can get, you know, when you're pushing for your best. Never forget that. But this climb is like 900 meters at 14%, so I'm definitely like going hard just to get up here. What a stunning evening. I'm sat here on a rock waiting to start time trial. I'm pretty early, so hey ho. Decided to go for 3/4 because, well, let's face it, your legs are never going to overheat, are they? I don't care if it's not aero, I want to be warm. Okay, we are off. So this is some like non-edited footage of me riding the club 15-mile time trial. It was rather last minute notice, so I didn't know I was going to race this until like midday. So after I finished the ride, the first half of this video, I did those power test efforts, and then I had a Facebook message saying that I'd made the start list for the time trial this evening. This is a new mount that I've just bought from JRC Components. You can find them on Instagram. Made of machined aluminium, weighs 23 grams, and I can put the GoPro under it, which is what the GoPro is attached to here. So I hope you're enjoying me actually being able to get some footage for once. So this is, yeah, like I said, this is a 15-mile course, so it's fairly flat apart from where we turn left in a minute and we start doing some undulating part of the course. This is actually my Minuteman that I caught about, I want to say like 13 minutes in. It took me about 32 minutes to do this time trial on a road bike. I actually came first person on a road bike, but I was second overall to Mr. Chris Gibbard, who passed me, as you'll see in a second. So there goes Guy, who I passed. Sorry, Guy. Give you lots of room as I came past, but I had a nice slingshot when I came past as well. So yeah, it was a good night. It was very windy. We actually had a stonking tailwind down here. I was doing about 50 kilometers an hour. And just in front of me now is Chris, who caught me for a minute and then went past like a train. And you know, Chris now, for example, loves time trial. Time trial is his thing, and spent a fair bit of time in a wind tunnel. You know, has great fitting skin suit, etc, etc, etc. I was also wearing a skin suit, unbranded black skin suit. I had my Campbike Bora 35mm wheels with tubs, so you know, I was going all right. I still wasn't on like my best power when I compare it to like last year. In fact, I think I was, let me just pull it up right here, so 6.2 watts per kilo for 32 minutes. I was 17 watts shy of my all-time best, which was actually in August last year. So it's not bad for the first week of May. But I think, you know, the reason why I didn't put any power up on the screen here for this time trial is basically because, well, A, it would have taken like a long time to do, but B, it's almost irrelevant because my pacing throughout this time trial was fairly steady the whole way. I never kind of deviated, never went hard anywhere, never went easier anywhere. You know, maybe as like you're seeing here now, we're into going through Pinged village, and the road kind of goes up and down quite a bit, But this part of the course I like a lot because you can ride it almost like a roadman would, a road woman, where you'd attack the climbs and use the descents as, you know, kind of over and unders. If you're a pure time trialist, you probably wouldn't be able to be as adaptive. You'd have to hold a steady power the whole way. But yeah, I was able to attack the climbs, but I still lost ground to Chris. He was just flying, shifting along. There's Mandy, so just going past Mandy. A couple of people, there was such a great field for this event, numbers wise, that we ended up like catching quite a lot of riders, myself and Chris, but we always like make sure we shout as we go past, like, yeah, keep it up, you know. So yeah, anyway, it was a good effort, and first time trial in a while. I was talking to a few people about it. You got to cut yourself some slack when you're doing your first time trial or your first race, you know, especially if it's been ages since you've last raced. You've got to take the positives from it. The fact that you've gone deep for 33 minutes or 40 minutes or whatever it may be. You know, we even had like a 70-year-old doing this time trial, and you know, for him to be there, I think it took him around 50 plus minutes. It's still like an achievement, you know. If you haven't raced for over a year and a half, which a lot of us, you know, we haven't. You know, this is the first time that we've actually pedaled in anger in a race situation, which is completely different to a training effort. You know, I could have done a training effort very similar, but it's completely different in a race. You know, the anxiety, the nutrition, everything else. Quick note though, I did actually use the Amp Human PR lotion I was sent the other day. Weirdly, I usually wake up the next morning after these evening time trials and my legs are sore. They weren't for this, but I don't know whether that was just because I was a little bit fresh coming into this time trial. We'll see. More to come on that. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and thumbs up, and see you next one.